Hi. I wanted to give an update on my text app, my Signal chat analytics app that I'm working on. Um, Last month I had made some progress, and I went from a command line tool that converted text and put it into kind of encrypted the text and just spit out some just single letter characters so that all the sensitive data was taken care of. Because what I was doing was I was putting it into a Google Doc sheet. Um, and since then, I have improved my code, the application, and the idea. One, I'm completely getting rid of Google Sheets. I'm moving into a database. It's a SQLite database, so it's very lightweight. It can run on pretty much any platform, and it's all self-contained. I'm only going to be working with one table, and I think it's the right choice for this type of project. Plus, it has a good plugins, libraries for Python. So like I said, I'm going from Google to a database. That's also going to allow me to do more analytical things. It also removes the need to convert the raw text into a encrypted string. So I can actually do word analysis and figure out, how many times we say like or in our text, among other things. So I'm really excited about that. But with that change, I had to add some, I had to go from this, let me show you. I had to go from this here, which, again, this is some text to convert, and you hit that, and right, that's what I was working with before. But I had some requirements. If I want to go into a database, I have to have I have to know who sent the text, when, what day, what time, and what type of message it was. Plus, I need the text itself, right? So, from that, I came up with what I'm calling Project Miranda. And the only reason why I thought of that was the scene in Serenity when the girl gets triggered by her by that video. It was, the planet is called Miranda, and one of the taglines, I guess, is you can't stop the signal. So Signal, I'm working, that's where we chat, that's where we text, and so anyway. So this is the new app. If I launch this, we now have there's a lot going on. There's a lot of buttons. There's so many things here. So one thing I want to do here, can't do that, okay. Right now, the goal is you pick somebody from the drop-down list, you select the date, the time, and the message type, and then you hit insert record. Well, if you do this now, I've got some fail-safes in. So I'll say, hey, please select a friend from the drop-down list, hit OK, and then enter a text message. So, of course, let's go ahead and select somebody. Let's set the time. I can type in these too. And now if I do this, it should still say, hey, please give me a text. Yep. So here's a test message. So now if I hit insert record, I should get some validation back. I should get friend is Ryan, the date is 3/18/2023, the time is 15:23, the message type is a text, and then it should spit out the actual message, which it does right here. So friend is Ryan, message type is text, the date and time, text message. So I'm to the point where the next step, when clear works, but doesn't clear any of the other things, which is fine, because what I imagine is, say this was a text message, we've got all of this text here, we can hit clear. So I don't really care if it doesn't set or clear these fields. A couple things to note. I don't have anything set here as a default because I can, but I just don't. This defaults to the current day. This defaults to 00, which is fine. The message type will default to text. If I click link, it'll actually return a thing that says, hey, you selected link, and there's an image. Interestingly, if I hit insert record now, it doesn't give me an error message because I don't need a text message with an image. If I do link, there's nothing there. It'll say, please enter a link, and this is going to have extra validation on it. It's going to check whether it's an actual web link instead of just a message. But right now, it'll just do that. So I guess the next step is to connect it to a database and then start feeding in all of this data and seeing how it works into a test table. So this is where I got, this was yesterday. Actually, I took the day off of work and I ended up coding for about 6 hours. And this was just trial and error. This here, I just want to make a note here. This is actually a library called TK Calendar. So somebody made basically a calendar application or library, function, whatever, that you can use to select your date. They also had one for time where it was kind of a fancy like clock that you could select things. I didn't need any of that, so I just used the built-in spin boxes. They're called spin boxes because you can spin them, spin the time. And everything else was just kind of built in. I did have to look up some things, but I'm really happy with this. I think it's going in the right direction, and hopefully the next update I'll actually be able to insert data. So anyway, that's all I got.